Hi, welcome to the Obachanchatter. I'm here today with you to recap House of Dragons, Season 2, Episode 2. Not quite sure the title of this, but we know when we were last week when we saw what's her name? Allison Hightower, Queen Mother, having sex with her with Colin. Her I guess her the that fine knight dude that be with the queen all the time. Last time we saw he was having sex, and you heard the queen. I think her name is Helena. Aegon's wife, the one that the twin boys, the boy and the girl that they killed. She in the room saying that they killed the boy. So the mother's having to fit. The whole castle is just going crazy on trying to find out who did this. Who did this to the little boy? So Queen Mother is falling apart. She, in her heart, she thinking that the kids was killed because she was in there sleeping with Colin instead of him in there watching over their family like he's supposed to. The King family, he in there screwing the Queen's mama. So he upset. So the Egon is around there. Aegon is around there tearing shit up. He hitting shit because he want that he think it's Rhaenyra. He said it was Rhaenyra and he want her dead. So my so they all having a meeting now in the King's Council now. They all done got everybody done got together. There's word spreading around that somebody, one of the high towers was assassinated. And so they have the Queen Council now. They're having a meeting, and the young king is having a fit up in here. He's just tearing up shit. He's like, "Where was you when they was killing my son? Where was you?" And he asked Colin, and Colin, I don't know. I think Colin said he was in the bed, but he was really in the bed with your mama, boy. That's where he was. So anyway, um, the the Otter Hightower, the queen's father, the hand, and the boy's the king's grandfather. He said, we must let the people see what Raina, Queen Rhaenyra, had done to our son. And the king is like, I ain't dragging my son up and down the goddamn street without no head for people to look at. And he was like, we have to do that to let them see what she has done. Let us see and get the people's empathy and sympathy and whatever. So the father, Queen Mother, her father tell her that he got to ride, and he was like, I ain't. She's like, I don't want to do that. He was like, but you're going to do it because we need the softer part of the kingdom, which would be the women, to represent what has went on ahead today to the people. So he said, Aegon ain't going. So he said we had to let the king sit out for this one. So the king is glad. So the mama, the queen mother and the queen Egon wife got to ride behind the kid's body being displayed. And she was like, I don't want to do that shit. But the queen mother went to her and said, you got to do it. We got to represent the people. She was like, I don't give a fuck about these people. I don't care nothing about them. I don't want to go out there. And she was like, you have to do it. So anyway, they get dressed and they both look like shit. And they found the little boy head because they took his head and somebody found his head in the bag and somehow or another they just attached it back to his body or whatever. So they in the funeral procession, right, and all the people out. And the queen, both of the queens looking terrible, but the young queen looking crazy as hell because the wagon, the cart pulling the baby in the procession, his shit gets stuck in the puddle of water, so they trying to move it, rock it back and forth. But while they rocking back and forth, that mean can't shit move. So the queen and everybody's still sitting there while they're still being still trying to get the casket to get the going to to move. Wait a minute, to move when oh my god, I lose my train of thought. To move, the crowd is starting to come up closer to the coach, to the where the queens are, right? And the young queen, she just started acting crazy, like she wanted to get down and shit. She just acting real nutty. So anyway, they're going with the procession. So anyway, they going on with the procession, but back at the castle, that guy, what's his name, Lord Jasper, the one from season 1, who got they call him Clubfoot. He liked to see the queen feet, and I think he masturbated to her, looking at her feet or something. But he said that we found out who it is, right? So the king like, let's kill him, let's kill him, let's get him on, let's kill him. They was like, no, 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 you got to fucking calm down. You can't just kill him. We got to ask him questions first. So anyway, when we see them again, we see Clubfoot going to the prison because it was a mouse catcher named Cheese, and that guard at King's Land. Is that King's Land? The gate guard who helped kill the king, who helped kill that baby when he run through the house. He was sitting in there, and I thought it was so funny when Clubfoot came in there to start interrogating him, like asking him questions and shit. This fool say the Clubfoot started rolling all this apparatus like knives and pliers and shit. Before he can even pick a tool up, that damn soldier started saying, I'll tell you who did this and that one. And they told me over there did Tuesday night, this and that and that one. Yep. So I guess they killed him, but they had to do nothing else. So anyway, when they found out that it was the guy that actually did the killing of the baby of the young king, he of the baby, the little blonde head boy, he didn't know the mice catcher, the guy that catch the rats in the jail. In the castle. He didn't know his name. He never knew his name. So he said it was a mouse catcher, a guy to catch mice in the fucking castle. So next thing we know, we outside. You see all these motherfucking people hanging, women crying on their knees, rocking back and forth because once the Igor, the young prince, they found out who killed his kid. He was like, okay, kill all. You don't know the name of the mice catcher? Hang all the motherfuckers in the square, and just hang all of them. He hung every last one of them motherfuckers too, which pissed his grandfather off because his grandfather trying to teach him how to rule. That's where that fucking politics came from. This type of shit like this. That's all. This is politics that I'm watching. Um. So we see Ammond. That's the one with the glass eye, right? The one with the glass eye. And he back at the castle here at the murder scene. And he looking around and he look on the floor and he knows it's a coin. It's coins on the floor. But it should have been a whole bunch of coins. Because that before the assassination took place, he was in there with Colin. They were setting up the things that they could do to win to get the land to win the seven kingdoms for the queen from Queen Allison. I think her name Allison. Yeah, the one for Queen Allison, right? And so he knew something was up, and then he left. And next time we see him again, he in like a brothel, and he laying with this woman that's an older woman. He naked, and he laying in her lap like a baby. She's just stroking his hair. And he telling her how bad he feel that Jace, I think the young prince that Raina's youngest son, Rhaenyra's youngest son is dead. That dragon bit the boy and the damn dragon in half, the baby dragon. He said he didn't mean for that to happen. That he didn't really mean for him. And I didn't even believe that he would say that, but it shocked me that he did. It even shocked me that he was laying in the fetal position in this whore's lap. So, he said he didn't mean that for that to happen to him, that he didn't want for him to get killed. So, also in that council's meeting, they were saying, we don't know who all doing what. We don't know who the fucking culprit is. We just know somebody got inside this castle and killed this little boy. So it could be one of y'all motherfuckers in this room that helped set this assassination up. You know what I mean? So we got to be vigilant. So everybody being vigilant on that. So anyway, we back at rank. Back at what's her name? Rhaenyra's place. And she just got the news that somebody killed somebody. So everybody standing around there was like, "You sure you didn't do it, Raina?" She's like, "I don't kill no goddamn kid. And I know I'm to spare my own child. I would never take somebody else's child." She said, "Especially when I take Allison's child because it was like best friends. We was fucking close, fucking crazy. I would never do that to her." And I think Allison know that she wouldn't kill none of her kids neither. So anyway, they're trying to figure out what the fuck happened, and Rainier cleans the room, and she like, "Yo," she talking to, what is his name? All these motherfuckers named Igor, Ammond, Ammon. She's talking to Ammon, and she like, "What's up, Ammon? What's going on?" He's like, "What you talking about?" She's like, "Did you do that?" And he's sitting over the side table like, while the council meeting sitting there, they was like, "Well, who killed the boy? Who would have did that?" He just sitting there like. So she cleared the room. "Did you do that shit?" And he was like, "I didn't tell him to do that." She said, "Just because that don't matter. You didn't tell them to kill no baby, but they killed the baby. And they thinking I did that shit." And she said, "You jeopardizing my whole kingdom. What I'm trying to do, you jeopardizing." He said, he stole my," and she talking about her. "You stole my crown." And she's like, "I didn't steal your crown." She said, "My father did not fuck with you because my father, just like me, cannot trust you." And she said, "I try to make myself trust you, will myself to trust you. You know, at first when I was a kid, it was like a little game, but she said, you is dangerous to fuck with. And I cannot be fucking with you." And he's like, "I didn't tell him to kill that little boy." And she said, "Then you still don't take no accountability." She just got tired of having all this kind of conversation with this motherfucker. She said, "Listen, do you accept me as your queen and your ruler?" The motherfucker, "Nah." So he was like, "No, I don't accept you." And my brother was jealous. Man, ain't nobody jealous of you, motherfucker. You're a loose cannon. He can't trust you. That is why. You wasn't gonna be greater than my father. You wasn't gonna be greater than your brother, Ammon. You just cannot be fucking trusted. So of course he leave. He get mad. He learned he want to choke the shit out of her because Rainier, she's scared of that motherfucker. I would be too. He just he just stormed. He just stormed. I'm recording. Please leave. Please lock my door, please. No, I'm gonna give it to you. Lock my door. No, no. Turn the lock so you can lock my door. Listen to me so I can go back to recording, okay? Here, take this mat. Goodbye. Don't come back. Let that dog out. I'm almost done with my recording. Can y'all just let me be? Thank you. I forgot my train of thought. I wish I knew how to edit. No, I don't, because if I knew how to edit and record, I probably wouldn't do this shit either. So anyway, he leave, and then when he leave, when Ammon leaves, he leaving the castle, and he ain't tell Rainier where he going or what he gonna do or nothing. And so she was just sitting there, but when he leaves, Baylock passes him, the little mixed black girl with the black girl with the blonde hair, the oldest one, and she passes Ammon, and she says, "Father," and he just look at her, stank as hell, like, she says, "Father." He goes, I was like, "Oh shit, that's your daddy." And then my son told me that is her daddy because he married the Lord, what they call him, the sea monster, the sea something, the blonde haired white lady that Rainier like. That she wear dragons too. That's married to a black man. Her daughter was married to Ammon, and so he had them little two mixed daughters with her. So anyway, she just passed him, but he wasn't shit. So when she walked in the room, she see the queen, and the queen said, "Hey, I need you to do something. I need you to take the dragon and ride down here and stay out of sight so nobody will see you, so I can know what kind of moves these motherfuckers is trying to make. So I can, we're gonna stay high alert in the castle. We're gonna stay on alert out there." So she said, "Okay, I'll go." So next thing you know, we see Jace, the queen's Rainier's oldest son, and we see Baylor. They outside talking. I think she practicing shooting or something. And her and Jace start talking about each other's father. And Baylor said, "I fucking hate my father." And he was like, "Nah, he ain't so bad," which is his uncle. And she's like, how was your father? And he was like, my father was real good to us. He loved on us. He loved on us. He spent time with us. So she was like, so the girl was like, man, I hate him, man. I hate this motherfucker. So anyway, the queen mother outfit back here at the high towers at that place. She's getting herself a bath ready. And that dude Colin can hear her on the other side of the door. You know, that's usually when they be to get down to get down. And I was thinking that she was wanting him to come in there, but he ain't come in there. He just stayed outside the door. But he got a real funky attitude, and she does too. So anyway, when she did see Colin, she said, "Did you tell anybody about us?" And he was like, "No, I ain't telling nobody about that shit." And then when she tried to ask the queen about it, she said, "When you came in my room, the queen was like, here, this for my son." She didn't want to hear that. The young queen who just lost one of her twins, and Allison was trying to say, "I know when you came in my room last night, you saw." She was like, "I ain't see shit." And threw the clothes. No, she didn't say that, but she's like, "Here, I don't want to talk about it." So she got guilt. So anyway, while she finished bathing, Colin go to the mess hall. We walk in the mess hall, he upset because it's another soldier in there and he got blood and shit on his, they wear them long coat things, shawls or whatever. And he was like, "You need to go change your shawl." He was like, "Yeah, I do that shit later, y'all. I want to eat right now." He was like, "It's supposed to be," Colin was like, "It's supposed to be spick and span and white and this and that and another thing, right?" And he was like, "Why you fucking with me? Y'all ain't did nothing." So everybody started cleaning out the room, right? Fuck that. Everybody wanted to see shit. So he was like, Carl said, you want to redeem yourself? Because it could have been you that had something to do with that. And he was like, I ain't had nothing to do with no shit like that. I ain't helping nobody break in here and kill nobody. I'm for the king. And he was like, mm-hmm. So was your brother over there at Rainier's place. He said, but you know what? How you can help us? You can go over there and you can kill the queen. He was like, what? He said, you can kill the queen. You and your brother are identical. Your brother over there. Take your ass on. He said, well, somebody see you. That's up for you not to be seen. So this fool gonna go take that assignment. He gonna go take a boat and take his ass over there and try to kill the queen on the guys that he's one of her soldiers. Because when this shit fell down between the kingdoms, one twin stayed here and the other one left and went with Rainier. With Rainier. I can't say nobody's name right. So the dude was like, "You want me to kill a queen by myself?" He was like, "I sure do." He was like, "Damn, in the castle for all them people?" They was like, "I sure do." And then Jace said, well, when Jace was talking to his cousin about their fathers, he said he missed his little brother. I was like, damn, that's sad. So anyway, the one with the glass eye, he was talking to that lady. He said they want me dead. His uncles want him dead. And he said he's sorry, Luca, that was his name, died. He said, so when the one with the glass eye was talking, I started feeling bad for him. He said they used to tease him. I do remember they used to tease him. I don't think he had a dragon or he couldn't ride a dragon or something, but they used to tease the shit out of him. But he a good soldier though. The one with that glass eye, that's a smart motherfucker right there. So anyway, when he was talking to the lady, she was just stroking his hair, and he was all cuddled up, laying there with her. Damn, it made him feel it softened my heart for him because I really didn't care for him, especially if he killed that little boy. But I guess him laying in this position, looking vulnerable and saying that he's sorry that the little boy wound up dying in the dragon, it made me feel a little better for him. He said he used to tease me a lot. So that lady said, "This is what I know." She said, "When princes lose their tempers, other people suffer." And, that's evident. You can tell it there. Okay, we're almost done, y'all. So anyway, no, we ain't nowhere near done. So anyway, let's finish this conversation. The hand is talking to his grandson, and Aegon was like, "They're gonna see me as weak if I don't do nothing. If I don't take these dragons and kick Rainier's ass, And he said the grandfather said they already see you as weak. So we're gonna blame that shit on Rainier at the funeral procession, and sure enough, somebody hollered, "Damn, they hit to Queen Rainier for killing the baby" or some crazy shit. So like I said, Aegon was like, "You ain't dragging my goddamn son of them down those streets." He's like, "We're not dragging. It's called giving him honor." So I said, "Damn, their grandfather's manipulated like hell." So anyway, like I said, the hand spared the king. He said he didn't have to go in the funeral procession. So again, when the queen asked the queen mother, when the queen mother said, "Last time you came in my room," queen shut her down. I don't remember you riding nobody dick. I didn't see none of that. I don't even know what you're talking about. So Colin feel bad too that the little boy is dead. Mm. Okay, we did that. Yeah, Randy said she would never kill no queen, kill no kids. She asked him if he would accept her as his queen. He said no. What is this? Okay, I'm right here with the brother with the locks. Oh, it's a brother. It's two brothers. One brother, I can't think of what his name was. He saved the sea monster. The brother with the bread with the locks is married to the white woman. It's two brothers. One of them brothers the oldest brother pulled that Lord out of the water and saved his life. So that's why he's still alive. And that Lord tell that man, he said, I owe you something. The dude's like, you don't owe me nothing, just leave me the fuck alone. So anyway, his brother says, so he meets his brother, and who his brother is so cute. Oh, he got, I'll find out their names in a minute. So anyway, Raina's sitting in her castle, and the white worm come in there. That lady named Lazara, also known as the white worm. She coming in there because she want to know where Ammon is, and she said, "I don't know where Ammon at." And the lady said, "He always doing that." So I think I think the white woman had a baby by Amon too, but his family would just not accept it because she's like a whore. She said she was up in a whore. I had a whole bunch of shit that was my own. I have a lot of information that I sell and trade, whatever works out best for me. So she came to see Rainy because she said, "Your husband told me that if I so and so, he was gonna set me free." She said, "Well, he ain't here right now, so you have to take your ass back over there and get in that cell." And so she said, "I don't really feel that good for you." She said, "Because you trade the secrets of the Red King." And she said, "But I want you to honor that your husband said he was gonna free me." And she said, "I ain't going to. Why would I free you when you'll betray me?" And she said, "I won't betray you." So anyway, she's just listening to her. And she said the high towers that she couldn't stand that. She don't like the hand, but she ain't got to worry about it because he gone. And she did have a baby with Ammon. And she asked him how she, and then Rainier asked White Worm how she got that scar on her face, but she ain't answer her. But I think she got it from Amon because he's violent. He'll tell some the women he fuck with, he'll whoop your ass. So I said, "Yup, every mice catcher in town is dead." And when his grandfather found out he did all that shit, he was like, "You dumb! Why the fuck would you do that?" So that's when the hand going to talk to his grandson. "Why'd you do that? You don't never think. You just do whatever you want to do." And that's when Colin said, "You talk to the king." And the hand like, "Man, that motherfucker my grandson." So anyway, oh, okay, do something, son. He gonna kill him. Anything with your father. Oh, so anyway, they still the hand, Colin, and Aegon are talking, right? And Aegon don't like what his grandfather's saying because he just, he talking to him like he a fucking idiot. And he finally said, you know what? I'm kind of sick of you, Grandpa. He don't say it like that. He said, but you know what? I'm kind of sick of you. I tell you what, before you leave, take that goddamn hand off. Give me that. Give me that. He said, take that off and give it to him. And he was like, looked at Colin, and Colin looked too. And the grandfather didn't give it to him. He just threw it at him. He said, you're going to regret this. He was like, I don't think I am. He said, use my father's hand. You ain't got to be mine. He could be my hand. He done gave me more advice. He done did more shit. He done sent a whole person over here to Rhaenyra's castle to kill her. And we stand up here talking. He said, what? You sent him by himself? You did what? You did what? He's like, yeah, I sent him over there and he gonna do it. And go take that shit off. And you relieve of your duties and you can leave the goddamn castle. I was like, damn. But said, take off that badge. And at first the grandfather didn't believe him. He said, you wouldn't dare. He's like, take that shit off and give it to Cole. Colin. So his grandfather said, you know what, you'll regret this shit. And he threw it on the floor and he was dismissed. Then Rhaenyra meets with the White Worm again. This time she goes to the White Worm's prison cell. And she say, you know what? You can leave. My husband promised you this. You can leave. Bye. She said, okay, the most I can do is make sure you get to the boat to get the fuck up out of here. Okay? And she was like, okay, cool. So as she was being the lady White Worm was packing up her shit leaving. So she was going to the boat, but an escort. But as she was walking through the escort, she looked back because she didn't recognize the twin. Yeah, she know only one twin came, and that one twin was back there. So she noticed him, and she like, oh shit. So she tell the guard, hold on, I'll be back. So she go back to run to the castle. So anyway, while she running back to the castle, I guess she going back to tell her. She going back to tell Rhaenyra that they probably get ready to kill her ass. Okay, we did that. And we're on our last page, y'all. So I gotta just tell you this. So Christian, the hand go see his daughter, Allison Hightower, Queen Allison. He go say your son took the hand off of me and he kicked me out, so I can't stay here. I gotta leave. So she said, going back to where you was at, you gonna be okay. So he's like, long as me and you stay here, daughter, me and you stay, keep your eyes on the prize. We're gonna survive this right here. I'm gonna go back over to this castle that we used to live in, and then me and you will just keep communicating, right? So, oh, sorry, I hope it's done. One more. Ooh, it's 28 minutes. I feel like I've been here longer. So, while he talking to her, she's like, Father, I have sinned. And he was like, I don't want to hear about this shit. Didn't you just try to tell me this last time? Did I tell you I don't want to hear about your sin, girl? Get out of here. You eat that shit. Eat that sin. So anyway, the queen mother here, Aegon in the room crying. And I was like, she see her son is crying over him losing his daughter, his son being killed, the next king, whatever, what do you call it, his heir, blah, 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 this type of shit. And she see him crying, this bitch turn around and go in her room. I was like, what the hell? So while she in her room, she leave instead of trying to hold them or comfort them. I just couldn't do that to my kids. My kids is grown. And if they hurting, I still try to give them a little kiss on the forehead or hug them or something. So anyway, the queen mother going back to her room. And Colin and that motherfucker sitting on her bed already. And she don't say nothing. Whatever that is, that lust bust they got, them motherfuckers is lusting for each other hard. And then they both mad at each other about the little prince being killed. Cause she is, I mean, he that's why he sent that soldier to do that long shit by himself. And then that's why she in there slapping him, cause she know if she wasn't in there riding on that power stick, his ass could have been protecting them. He could have been protecting her grandchildren. So anyway, she's slapping him. So she slapped him like 3 or 4 times. The next time he slapped her, he moved back, then he grabbed her ass and he just started ripping off her drawers and shit. So they start having sex. And this is how we end that scene. So anyway, you could have been anywhere, but you was here with me. And I tell you, next week when I do this review, I will have my papers in order. I let my grandbabies come in my room. Y'all know that I tell them, "Mom, Obachanchatter, can we have paper? Can we have this? Can we have?" I say, "Yeah," and they just start. They take a whole sheet of my notes. They don't check anything. They just start grabbing shit. But anyway, you could have been anywhere, but you was here with me for 31 minutes, and I love you for it. And I will see you next week when I recap the next episode. Bye now.